Welcome back to Season 6, Episode 2 of Pitt Tonight, the University of Pittsburgh's best and only late-night talk show. Our guest today is the wonderful member of the Corps de Ballet at the Pittsburgh Ballet Theater, Victoria, or Tori, Watford. So, Tori, thank you so much for being here today. Very, very excited to have you. One crazy thing that I wanted to start off talking about is the fact that we have three major things in common. First, we're both named Victoria. What are the odds? Two, we both did ballet. Well, you currently do ballet. I did ballet my whole life growing up. And third, we are both proud parents of betta fish. So I think there's quite a few similarities there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so that's some really fun stuff we have in common. So this is bound to be a great interview. It's like looking in a mirror already.
Oh, yes.
Well, I know for me, I did ballet like my entire life growing up, but I started out doing it because my mom was always like, oh, I really want my daughter to be in ballet. She just always thought that. So how did you end up getting into ballet? Was it your parents? Were you always really pushing for it? And then what was your journey going to PBT?
So similar to you, my parents just wanted to get me in something. My brother was being born, my mom was pregnant with him, and they were like, she needs something to do because it's too much for us to handle. And they actually put me into gymnastics, and I went in for the first day, and my dad looked at the high beam and he was like, no way, no, not happening. So he put me in ballet, and it just stuck. And I danced all through school until I graduated high school. And then I moved here to Pittsburgh, and I was in the graduate program with PBT for 2 years. And then in 2016, I got hired into the company, and now I'm starting my 5th season in the Corps.
That's so awesome. That's so, what a dream. So a little bit different, given the current conversation within the US and globally surrounding race and racial equality and justice, what do you think that the ballet community should be doing differently?
I think that actually PBT, they do a wonderful job of kind of showing this, but you can't just pick up anybody off the street and turn them into a dancer. You have to start really young, and PBT does such a good job of getting into the community and offering loads of classes for little girls, all different colors, sizes, no matter where you are economically. They do a really good job of giving everyone opportunities. And they also have this wonderful scholarship program that kind of goes to children who don't have the means to do ballet because it is very expensive. They give scholarships and predominantly to children of color, and they are fully paid for from when they start dancing to whenever they stop paying for ballet. So you can start at 4 years old, and you will not have to pay for anything until, like, I think at PBT you can go till 25 and still get training, and that will all be paid for, which is what that's really incredible. Helps. Yeah, that's how you get dancers of color. You have to start young, and they do a great job. And I think the rest of the dance community world can just sort of take a page out of that book, I think.
Well, you are the only female dancer of color at PBT. Do you feel that there's a certain weight on your shoulders, seeing as you're sort of a role model to young aspiring artists of color?
Yeah, it is definitely not what I signed up for at 4 years old, and it can make it just a little bit harder. You kind of push yourself harder because not only is the person in the front of the room, your teacher or your artistic director, looking at you, but a little girl is looking at you, and if you do bad, they might think, oh, I don't want to do ballet now. But it's so rewarding when you perform and you get like a letter or something saying, oh, it was so nice to see you and see someone who looks like me doing ballet, or like notes from parents saying it was so nice and encouraging to their kids. It makes it all worth it completely.
No, I can't even imagine what a great feeling that must be to just receive the letters and to see what an impact that just you being on stage must have on just younger girls. So yeah, that's really, really incredible. Just random side question. I know that I personally, just in general with ballet, it's really hard for me to sometimes feel, oh, like I deserve to be getting this role, or like I've like worked hard enough for this. And I feel like I battle imposter syndrome with a lot of different things. But I feel like I battled it a lot in ballet. And I mean, you're always your own harshest critic. You're literally looking in the mirror every day, and your job is to just see like what you're doing wrong, how you can improve. How do you battle imposter syndrome every day?
I definitely have not mastered it at all, but I think all you can do at the end of the day is work your hardest. When you just sort of put it into perspective and realize it doesn't matter how I'm here, how I got here, whether person B thinks I deserve to be here or not, all that matters is that you're working your hardest to be the best dancer and the best person you can be. And I think all you can do is think about it that way and realize that nothing else really matters.